Hi, thank you for joining us today on Quarantine.
Yes, we're happy to have you. Welcome. Hello? I'm sure you're wondering, who the hell are these people? Maybe we...
Haley.
Maybe they...
What's up, makers? Makeup.
Well, my name's Lauren.
My name's Haley.
And we're sisters. Our last name is not Pistachio, but it sounds a lot like that, so we're gonna pretend that that's our last name. I'm in law school.
I'm in, college?
I forgot what we're supposed to say. So we decided to start a YouTube channel because we are what?
Quarantined.
We're quarantined hella. So what else can we do but do stupid videos of whatever we want, whenever we want. So, what are we doing today, Haley?
On today's episode of Quarantined, we will be following a makeup tutorial. And,
What kind of makeup tutorial?
Well,
Yeah,
James Charles. because
Knock over our tripod situation.
because this is the only palette we own.
We're rich. We don't want to brag, so this is the only palette we own. It's not a James Charles tutorial because we wanted
This look this girl does.
yeah, we like the look she did. So we'll be showing that look. We'll be showing the tutorial intermittently, but this girl's Kenzie McBrown. Her link is gonna be down below in the description.
So let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started.
Confusion.
All right, let's get started.
Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm so excited to share with you this bright and colorful eyeshadow look I created using the Morphe and James Charles palette. Oh my gosh, I went and picked this up today at Ulta and I'm so glad I did because this palette is amazing.
Must be nice to be able to go pick up things at Ulta. You can tell she's not what?
Quarantined.
Correct. Thank you, Haley. Anyways, let's continue.
The shadows are so pigmented, but they're really easy to blend too. So although this is more of an advanced eyeshadow tutorial, I make sure to really explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it so that even if you're on the
Good thing it's advanced because that's the only kind that we know how to do.
Really good.
We're advanced. Let's continue.
more beginner side, you can still accomplish this look. I hope you guys are really excited and let's get started. Before we do anything, I'm going to go in with a primer and prime my eyelid. Today I'm using the Too Faced Shadow.
Okay, we don't have that.
Because we're
broke. So I'm gonna take my glasses off and I'm gonna use this Maybelline Fit Me concealer.
I'm gonna use nothing because I'm a bad bee.
I'm gonna prime my eyelid so the colors actually show up. So good luck with that. You're obviously not advanced as advanced as me.
Pull my hair back because
I guess I'm just gonna do one eye.
what's it like to look like a dude? I don't know.
I usually look like George Washington. Okay. It's all primed, so let's continue.
No Insurance primer. I literally just bought this for this look because he was saying you want to use a primer with it. I haven't used a primer in a very long time, but when I use this on this eye, I really liked it. So hopefully you guys do too. And to blend it out, I'm just going in tapping motions. Kind of just starting in the middle of my lid and working upwards. First off, I'm taking a big fluffy blending brush. I'm using the Lancome Blending Shadow Brush, and I'm placing the shade Canvas. That's that top left corner shade. It's like the more nude shade.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brushes in front of me, and none of them are fluffy brushes.
Do you see it?
Anyways, before I was really interrupted, I have a couple brushes in front of me. I don't have a brush like this. So I'm gonna use this even though that's a 100% not what she said. And she said to use this top shade up here, so that's what we're gonna do.
So you take it.
Hold on, don't.
more nude shade. I'm placing that right along the upper brow bone, just beneath my eyebrow. Next, I'm using the exact same.
Chill out. Hold on.
Whoa, she's a fast one, ain't she?
Blending brush to put the shade B, which is that bright yellow color, you can't miss it. I'm putting that right in my crease. I'm going to start right in the middle of my crease and then kind of blend outwards from there.
Wait, with the same brush?
No, she said a blending brush. Maybe a blending brush?
We're gonna do like a crease brush, if that's what this is.
So Haley, the word's brush.
It has to be perfect because I'm advanced.
So I'm sure you can't see this at all. Let me take you. Hello. So this is what we're working with right now. Haley? Wow, Georgina. Georgina. That was a cute face. I'm really glad I did it. Okay, next.
When you first put that color on, you want to keep it a little bit lower. What I noticed when I did this eye was I tend to kind of keep pushing it upwards. So as a precaution, I originally placed this a little bit lower, knowing I might go a little bit higher towards my brow when I start blending in those other colors. And as Sister James mentioned, they are meant to be built up. So I have applied maybe about 6 layers of this yellow shade here. It's okay if you don't go on with too much to begin with and then slowly build up the pigment. That's a lot easier to blend out than if you go in with all the color at once. Then I'm taking a clean blending brush. I'm using the brush, the crease brush from Marc Jacobs, and I'm going.
We need to do 6. Have you done 6 yet?
I'm a professional. I don't need to do 6.
And I'm going in with that one hot pink shade, which is called Skip. I actually picked up quite a lot of pigment, so what I'm going to do is just place that right into my crease and start to really build up that pigment. Again, I'm really starting in the middle and then blending it outwards as there's less product on my brush. As you can tell looking at both eyes, it does build up to be a pretty bright pink color, but it takes a little while to build it up to that opacity.
My advanced technique has already gone awry, but that's okay.
It's okay too if there's a stark contrast between the two colors because you'll be blending them out later with another color as well. After some blending, you'll notice that yellow shade is a little bit more faded than when we first put it down. So what I'm doing is going back in with the very first brush and just blending that yellow shade on top of that pink shade where those two colors meet. To help make this blending process a little bit smoother, I'm taking the shade 518, which is that almost pumpkin-y orange shade, and I'm going to place that right in between that yellow and that pink, just to help create more of an ombre look.
So, I already have that shade on here on accident because I blended them together.
She said to do that.
I know, but it's orange. But I guess we're gonna add more orange.
An ombre look.
Okay, I'm not getting it off.
On the outsides too, I'm not being super careful. I'm just kind of lightly dusting that outwards because I don't really want a harsh line here. Going back in with more of that B color, again, just to brighten it up a little bit. If at any point...
Excuse me, I need a minute to brighten it up.
What's it like being like so good?
Okay, let's get check in on what's going on the face. Really cute. Really, it looks exactly like hers. I know. It's shocking. Wow, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. We should be on Nailed It, but for makeup. Is that a show already? Should be.
Any of these shadows are not as pigmented as you like, go ahead and just pack some more of the color on. I really want to make that pink shade pop, so I'm taking a Morphe M506 brush. It has a very fine tip. I'm going to just lightly pack that pink color in my outer corner.
I'm taking a chic
What? Say it louder for the people in the back.
When you're going in with a really pigmented color, it's important that you pack it onto one central location first, and then when there's less pigment on the brush is when you want to start blending it out. Again, if it starts to look too harsh like this again, just know that you'll want to go back in with that same orange shade to blend out those two colors. This look does take some patience when it comes to the blending, so you definitely don't want to
just a little bit.
Rush through it, and just feel free to take your time. It does take a while to blend it out to perfection. Another tip for blending is what I do is I put the yellow on one side of the brush, hold the brush flat against my eyelid, and blend side to side. That way I can make sure that the yellow is really going to land right up here as opposed to in the middle. When I'm packing on that pink shade, I'll also bring it in a little bit towards the middle of my eye. I want to kind of create this almost like a rainbow look with my eyelid, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to just leave it out here. I'm going to slightly bring it in towards the middle of my eye because this is where I'm going to pack in the purple color. By the way, these shadows are so pigmented, I barely have to tap my brush in the pan to get a ton of color. Most likely your eyelid is already primed just fine, but I also went and got the Too Faced glitter glue just because I really wanted this to pop.
We don't have that either.
So what I'm going to do is pop a little bit of this right here on my eyelid where it looks like we didn't go in with any color at all. I'm also going to slightly cut my crease with this, even though that's not really what this is meant for, but because it is a little bit more of a gel type texture, it will kind of cut your crease. So I'm going to be doing that. Now I'm taking that gorgeous purple shimmer shade called Artistry and just packing that on.
Chill out. I'm still cutting my crease because I know exactly what that means and how to do it also. So no need for an explanation there at all, girl. We're doing Artistry. That's the pink.
We don't have any eyeshadow at all. If you want the most color payoff, you want to make sure that you're pressing that pigment in rather than sweeping it side to side. Once I start to get close to where we have those other vibrant shadows, that's when I use my finger to kind of softly blend that Artistry color right on top of that. This is a great way to make your eyeshadow look seamlessly blended without having any sharp edges. Another thing you can do too to help your blending is take one of your fluffy brushes, grab some of that pink pigment, and just start to tap that right on top of the purple shade. It'll make it look really blended. So now you really can't see where that line used to be. So now that we have all our shadow,
I can still see where the line used to be. Oh no. What'd she say? Tap it?
What line?
The line between the colors in my purple. Yeah. Okay, so she said if you have the problem that I'm having, where it's two very distinct lines, to take that pink and run it where your pink and the purple meet to kind of blend it. Did she?
Yeah, and tap.
Ready to continue?
on our upper eyelid. I'm gonna go pop on some false lashes and come right back to show you how I do underneath my eyes, as well as using the black eyeshadow from the palette to make it look like I'm wearing black liner. Okay, so
we're gonna stop the tutorial right there just for a second. We're gonna pause it because we don't have false eyelashes. I personally don't know how to do my eyeliner with eyeshadow in a good way, and I need to do the rest of my face and this eye, so we'll be back when all that's done. Okay, so just kidding, we decided to show you guys how we do our face makeup. We've just finished our other eye. Don't look too closely at it yet. We're gonna quickly go through our face makeup, and then we will play the tutorial again to have her show us the bottom part, and then when we're done, we'll show you our final looks. Yep. All right. So first I do concealer. I don't do primer. Do you do primer?
No, I don't own any. So I'm just gonna conceal that face.
You start with, did I say concealer? Yeah, you did. Wait a minute, what's foundation? You start with concealer?
Yes, ma'am. I gotta cover up I'm gonna use purple lip gloss.
It just goes to show you that we all do makeup differently.
I'm not saying that I do
Is
it
it
right.
raining?
I do.
Cool. That's why it's best to do your makeup tutorial outside with your.
Oh my god.
It's raining.
Let's just hurry up. What's it like being ugly? What now?
You don't have time for your craziness right now. Dad, you wanna cut that out?
Okay, we'll be right back when we relocate inside because it's literally raining on us. Hi guys, we're back. She wanted to do something terrifying to start. We're not gonna do that. It involved that. Just a lot of that. Just imagine that. So we had to come inside from the rain. We are now in my bedroom. Pretend we're still outside because that's the perfect place to do
Look, I'll be the birds.
Okay, so we were in the middle of doing our faces, so we were very quickly. I was pouncing my beauty blender. I'm not sure what she was doing over there.
I'm out of foundation because we're quarantined. So I'm gonna be using some old foundation that I found. So if it turns out ugly, just ignore that.
It's the foundation's fault. So after my foundation, which I said concealer before because I'm an idiot. Anyways, as I was saying, I do my foundation first. She does her concealer first because she's weird, and then I do my concealer.
Okay, foundation, none.
Did you say 9?
I said done.
But you were giving yourself a score out of 10, and I was
That
like,
was the joke.
that number should be lower. I'll wait for you to finish your face.
You're done? Yeah. My bad. I like to look beautiful. Time is beauty.
Time is beauty.
Beauty is time.
Beauty is pain, I think is what you're looking for, but I think time is beauty.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think we're gonna be pleasantly surprised with how good we did these eyes and the look in general.
So then I get my Fit Me powder that's empty, and we just act like it's there and
Do you do contour and stuff?
put it on. Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait for you to get there because I don't do my powder yet.
And we're done.
Next up, we're gonna do contour. I have Too Faced Natural Face. Didn't mean to flex on you.
I have Hola, whatever it is. Benefit bronzer. That's what it looks like.
Okay, so I take this giant brush and I dip it in both shades of the contour bronze. I tap it and then I just very quickly go like this, and then I go up my face, and it smells like what did you say that smells like?
Chocolates.
Smells like chocolate.
Okay, I have an angle brush because like.
Did you say you have an ankle brush?
Angle?
Hmm.
And you just kind of, well, if I had a mirror, I could see what I'm doing. Mirror. You just kind of do on both sides. Nothing to it. Never said I was good at makeup. Ignore that.
So let's not kid them. We are very advanced at makeup.
Then you do the top because like who wants a big forehead?
So what I do next is blush. And I do an angled brush for the blush, and I take this very bright one very lightly and I tap it off a lot because it's very pigmented.
So I have Milani blush. It's very pretty. Look at that. My friend gave it to me as a birthday present. And you just dip. Well, not dip, but yeah.
And then I take another powder brush with my Fit Me, which is full because I'm a grown adult, unlike this animal next to me.
We're quarantined. I can't really go get in line.
And I go all over because usually the blush is a little too much because it's very pigmented. And then I set everything I just did. So my bronzer, I diffuse the blush a little bit. Diffuse, I'm a beauty guru.
And let's be real, who thought I was going to be doing makeup during quarantine? Oh, I'm highlighting. I really like my highlight. That's probably like my favorite product out of all my makeup because it's like really good and like really cheap. It's the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. This one is Blossom Glow. It's like
and
a
I
pink.
have Golden Flower Crown.
So my face is done. I just gotta do mascara and eyeliner and lipstick. And
me too. And when we're done that, we'll be back to have Miss Kenzie show us the rest of the tutorial, the bottom part, and then we'll be done.
be right back.
Okay, and we're back. Now we both have mascara on. The only thing we're missing is the bottom color.
Like she's about to show us.
And then when we're done, we're gonna cut, put some lipstick on, and then we will show you
Dun, 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 the final look.
our beautiful faces. All right, so let's continue and finish the tutorial.
Using a brush that's really dense at the tip, I'm using the Lancome large shadow brush. I'm going to just pack in some color underneath my eye. I'm using that B shade first as my base color. After that B color is packed on, then I'm going in with the skip color, which is that hot pink color right on top of that. One last step that I totally forgot because it's obviously not even like necessary at all. I'm taking that white shade called Flashback and just popping that into my inner corner using one of the fluffy brushes. Again, you can barely even notice it on my other eye, so you don't need to do it. I just kind of wanted to add some contrast. I also noticed when I lightly ran this over the Artistry shade, it made it a little bit brighter. So I'm going to just very lightly do that, just kind of brighten it up a little bit. And just like that, you are done with the eye. So
I don't know what she's talking about. She's very nice, but
I'm gonna use this, my own shade, to do a pop.
now I'm going to pop on some bronzer, highlight, blush, basically give the rest of my face a little bit more color to match my eyes, and then show you guys what it looks like all together. And this is the finished look. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you...
Alright, well thank you, Kenzie. I'm gonna show you guys up close and personal with hopefully better lighting what our final product is. Be right back. Look at that body.
Oh,
Woo!
well, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us on our video today. We hope you liked it. Thank you so much to Kenzie McBrown for your tutorial.
You did it way better than us, girl.
I think we did pretty good, but you definitely did better. Stay tuned for future content if we decide to make it, because we're what?
Quarantine.
We're quarantined.
But if not, look at our beautiful faces right now because you may never see them again. Okay, stop staring. It's kind of creepy.
You're being a creep. Take a picture to last longer. Anyways, thank you for joining us, and we hope we made your quarantine a little bit better. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the next
Episode.
quarantine. Bye, guys.